couple inner circle people because we do have a couple people in the inner circle have been looking to just get some content reviewed. So I'm going to be reviewing their channels live for you guys. So you guys can kind of see what I would do to actually improve their content. And then afterward, I'm going to go over some trust score information stuff. So you guys can kind of get a general idea of, increasing your trust score further. Because a lot of you guys have been asking to increase your trust score. And I kind of haven't shown everything because there's a lot. But today, I know we said 30 minutes AMA. We're actually going to do an hour AMA today. So we're going to be calling for 1 hour. And I'm going to be kind of explaining everything over the next hour. So what we're going to do today is we're going to review one of our inner circle members channel. We're going to see how we can improve it because you can guys see right now it looks like he's in around 30k-ish view jail. So Alexi, before I even start, can you tell me a little bit of stuff that like you're kind of, I guess, struggling with your channel and things we could do to improve upon it? Like, what are you struggling with the most right now? Okay, so can you tell me what you're struggling with the most right now on your channel?
Um, I started this one like 10 days ago, but I've been like having problems just breaking out of view gel, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you're like, what's up a view jail you stuck in? You say 30k, 35k.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
all right,
mean, I have one where it's like 60 something K views,
okay, all right, cool.
but
So
that's it.
I, I'm gonna look at everything on your channel and I'm gonna kind of give you a diagnosis to see how we can actually fix this and get you out of this view jail. So first things first, the first thing I'm noticing is you did miss 2 days of uploading. So that's actually going to affect your channel a lot. It's kind of okay in the beginning because you missed a day and it kind of went up. But missing this day decreased your trust score heavily because, you miss a day, YouTube immediately doesn't trust you as much. All right. That's the first thing. When I looked at your content and I see shorts here, I'm noticing, I don't know if you guys noticed the same thing. What is the average length of these videos, guys? Do you guys see this? What is the average length of these videos? It's under what? It's below 32 seconds, exactly. So when I see this and I see a lot of your videos are underneath 32 seconds, that's going to indicate to me already that, you're definitely not optimizing your channel to the best of its capability to get the most views. Because if you have a channel that is under, or a video that's under 32 seconds, YouTube's trust score is immediately going to go down because YouTube wants to make money, right? And do you guys remember how we talked about how if videos are over 32 seconds, it makes YouTube more money? Because there's a study done by advertisers that shows that videos over 32 seconds brings the advertisers a more return on their investment, right? So, and I'm not saying 32 seconds is a requirement, but if you want a more likely chance to go viral consistently over a longer period of time, 32 seconds is the ideal number to hit plus, right? More RPM, more advertisements, more trust with YouTube because it makes YouTube more money overall. All right. Now, if you guys do your research, you're gonna see a lot of channels that have gotten under 32-second videos, and they have actually, they've actually gone viral anyway, right? But the thing is, if you look at their channel over the longer span, most of their videos aren't consistently going viral, right? And usually, if a channel gets over, let's say it gets 100 million views on a video, which is pretty unlikely for underneath 32 seconds. Let's say it does, right? There's probably other factors that are involved into getting this video to go viral. For example, let's say the like to view ratio is probably higher, right? It's probably like maybe 10% or maybe 10 to like 50%. Or let's say the sub to view ratio is on a crazy number, like let's say it's like, I don't know, 8%. When you have crazy stats like this, it also increases your chance of going viral. These are called outlier metrics, but I really don't like focusing on outlier metrics because we want a system to build in place so we can get views consistently. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to make money over and over again. We're not trying to get a viral video and then go screw off and go get an apartment in Miami, right? We're trying to get consistent revenue over a long period of time so we can actually stack this money and invest it into other things, right? Building other channels, maybe you want to buy a house, maybe you want a car, whatever it is, right? So if you want to get consistent money and then be able to make money over a longer period of time, this is a very important metric that you should be focusing on. 32-second AVD, all right? Or 32-second length of video, all right? Now, if you guys are wondering, if you have a 30-second length of video, LOV stands for length of video, then what should your AVD be? Do you guys remember what your AVD should be if you have a 32-second length of video? Let's see if you guys remember. We talked about this last time. AVD, not retention, AVD. Ian got it. 33 seconds, right? So if you have a 32-second video, right, then we want to be aiming for a 33-second AVD. Now, what is AVD? AVD is average view duration, so the average length of how long someone watches your video. Now, the length of your video, which is LOV, stands for how long your video is. So the retention equation that you guys can do, R stands for retention, which is a very important metric, remember R, is equal to AVD, or sorry, no, yeah, it's AVD divided by LOV, right? Average view duration divided by length of video is equal to retention. This metric is very important because if you want to get a viral video, typically you need your retention to be above 100%, not at 100. It needs to be above 100%, all right? So a lot of you guys are focusing saying, hey, I'm getting a 90% retention on my video. Why isn't it doing well, right? And then you look at this video here, okay, it has 22 seconds, right? Okay, well, even if your retention is good for this video, it's probably not going to go mega viral because the actual length of the video is too short. Let's look at this video that got 64,000 views. Let's see what you did good and bad here. So you have a 33-second video, right? And a 33-second average view duration. What does that indicate? That indicates a what? If your AVD is 33 and your average view duration, or sorry, your length of video is 33, what is his retention, guys? What is his retention here? 100%, exactly. So if his retention is 100%, but remember, our goal is to get our retention to be over 100%, right? So that means that we actually missed the mark here. If you got one more second, your video probably would have gone more viral. And actually, I'm going to go into your video now, and I'm going to look at what you could have done to improve it. But remember, this metric is very important, okay? This is all going to add up to the trust score, which I'm going to talk about closer to the end of this call. But remember, our retention wants to be above 100%. Our average length of our video should be 32 seconds. And our average view duration should be above our length of our video. Is that making sense, guys? What if a video is 55 seconds? All right. If a video is 55 seconds long, average view duration can be a little less. But if we're aiming to get consistent and viral videos, we need to be aiming for our retention to be above 100%, which means we should be aiming for a 56-second average view duration. If our length of our video is 55, our average view duration should be 56. I'm just saying, guys, I know that seems a little unreasonable and a little hard, but like these are the metrics you should be aiming for, right? And I'm not saying you won't go viral if you have below a 100% retention or below the AVD of your LOV, right? But regardless, if you aim for above it, you are much more likely to go viral because all of this is probability, right? So if the probability of us going viral is higher, then of course we're going to do it because why not, right? All right, cool. Does that make sense? Awesome. So the next thing I'm going to focus on is actually seeing what you did wrong here and why this video couldn't have gone viral. Now, immediately, when I see good metrics like this, like 33 over 33, you have a 82.2% swipe ratio, which is very good. I'm immediately going to think two things, right? Because you hit the marks for everything, really, other than the retention, right? So your retention was like 1% under what it needed to be. Your swipe ratio is 82.1%. Now, typically, if you want to get a viral video, you need your swipe ratio to be 81.1+%, right? So because you got an 82%, that's great. You're more likely to go viral. The next thing I would look on is actually the niche, right? The niche you choose is going to depend on how much views you get. For example, if you're making videos on knitting compared to videos on iShowSpeed, there's going to be a much more higher chance you go viral on iShowSpeed than knitting, even if you have the exact same metrics for both videos, because there's only a certain amount of people in the world who actually care about this, right? And I'm seeing here that this is probably some Kai Cenat stuff. I think Ray Kai is from Kai Cenat. So let's watch the video first. And let's see the video, and then let's see what we can improve upon it to actually fix his average view duration to potentially go viral.
Just got heartbreaking. His name is Rakai. Kai Cenat's new son's situation just got heartbreaking. His name is Rakai, and he's only 16 years old, but something really sad happened to him. See, Rakai was just a fan of Kai Cenat, but his life completely changed when Kai adopted him. At first, it looked like he fit right into Kai's crew, but just recently, everything changed when Kai's friends couldn't stand him anymore, and the reason why is so sad. Rakai's new best friend, Ray, started getting annoyed when he spoke to him, and even his own girlfriend started laughing at him when he tried to talk. Because of this, Rakai felt embarrassed, and even started crying since everyone hated him, but everything changed when Rakai met Black Boy Max for the first time, because Max finally exposed why everyone hated him, and the real reason is that his breath smells like actual dog poop. So Kai Cenat's new son.
Okay. One big reason why this video did not get pushed as far as you would have thought is because there's only so many people in the world who care about this, and Kaisen has a big community. All right, he's a big community, but you're throwing in all these other people, and also you're basically making a whole story about a side character, right? Because Rikai, he's a side character, and people don't really care about him as much as Kaisenat. You know, overall, the idea of the video is just kind of boring, right? There was actually a podcast with Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast said a good idea, right? A good idea is not worth just 2x the views or 5x the views or even 10x the views. It's worth over 100x the views in return. You can have the same video with the same analytics, the same click-through rate, the same swipe-through ratio, the same average view duration, the same retention, but if one video has a better idea than another video, you're going to get more views, right? Because the idea behind the video is very important. If you guys are choosing boring topics, it's just not going to get pushed well. It doesn't matter how good the retention is. If it's just a boring video, it's not going to get pushed as well, right? The other thing as well, why this video didn't get pushed as hard is because your trust score of this video or this channel is pretty low, right? I mean, if you go to lifetime, I think you've only been uploading on this channel for like what, the past you started this channel like basically 2 weeks ago, and you've only uploaded like around what 7 to 8 videos, so your trust score is decreased. You're not gonna get a viral video off the bat. Do not think you're gonna go viral off the bat, guys. You're more likely to not go viral and actually build up a trust score over a longer period of time, and then you'll consistently get more views over time, and your baselines will start being higher and higher and higher, and then your average view per video will just be higher. All right, that's why I care about uploading consistently. Actually, one of my students, Cooper, he was talking to me before about how he wanted to get 1 million views a video, right? And I was telling him, like, that's, you know, I understand you want to get 1 million views a video, but if we're aiming for 1 million views a video, then I think we're capping ourselves out, because if we're aiming for our 48-hour mark to be higher, right, then we're actually going to make more money over time, right? And instead of focusing on the video for views, we started focusing on increasing the metrics, right? And now Cooper's pulling like $300 a day on his channel, right? Cooper, you're in here, right? Are you here right now? Yeah. So like, you know, Cooper's killing it right now, and we're just getting started. You know, we started this channel with me and Cooper started working together like really 2 weeks ago, and he is killing it right now. And we're just getting started, man. We're gonna get up to $1,000 a day soon. All right. So yeah. Anyways, I really do recommend trying to get a good idea behind your video. If you don't have a good idea, you're not going to go as viral as you would like, okay? And the reason why your video also didn't go viral is because your trust score is pretty low because you've only uploaded this many videos. You're not uploading videos, and the length of your videos is not long enough. Like the average length of your videos, not just this video, the average length of your videos is not long enough. And you'll see here, guys, just look at his outliers, right? If we look at his views from high to low, right? Well, actually, it's not loading right now because it's a new channel. But you can see here, his 64,000 view video, which is the most views on his channel, is over 32 seconds compared to the rest of his videos, 20, 24, 29, right? 28, 22. Because he has the average length of his video higher, and because of that, he had a higher average view duration and a better retention. All right? Does that make sense, guys? I hope that makes sense, because that was a lot of knowledge that just dropped. I hope that was helpful. All right. Do you have any questions, Alexi?
I think that's pretty good. Okay, so when you say you were talking about ideas, you think I should stick more to like just the main characters?
Yeah, I mean, the streaming world has like a lot of main characters like Aisha Speed, Kaisenat, you know, and like there's other streamers as well. But like those are the big ones. So like if you're gonna make content, you should make content focusing on the bigger aspects of this. And like if you are going to include a side character, make sure the side character is like constantly next to the main character, right? And don't start off with Ray Kai. Start off with, I can't believe Kaisenat's blah 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 did this, right? Which you kind of did, but bro, someone just said anyone noticed this in the chat, and it's 6-7 in the audience. Guys, come on. I need you guys to lock in here, please. I need you guys to lock in. All right, I need you guys to lock in. All right, so, oh my gosh, guys. All right, it said 6-6. All right, we're saved. We're saved. Someone left, or whoever left, thank you. All right. The other thing I want to focus on, though, before I do let you go, Alexi, is I want to look at your actual retention graph and see how we could improve this. Because remember, this video got an 100% retention, which is under what we need to get because we're trying to get 100% plus. So let's see here what we can do to actually increase your retention here. So right off the bat, I'm seeing you have a really big dip from around 178% to around around 110% before it starts balancing out, right? And this is bound to happen. This will always happen because at the beginning of the video, people are going to scroll away, right? And the reason why this is starting at 182% is people are rewatching the video over again, and then it's dipping down, all right? So what I would do first is I would actually look at this graph, and I would see where are the imperfections and how we could have fixed it. So let's look at this first. I already see it, but can everyone here in the chat tell me where is the biggest dips that is noticeable that we can fix in this video to increase our retention by 1%? Where, guys? The end. Yes, that's correct. So the end of the video, you guys see there's a little dip right here, right? And this little dip, it is crucial to look at this over and over again. Because if we don't look at this consistently, we're not going to be able to actually improve the video. So here's what I would do, right? The first thing I would do is I would actually look at this video, and I would see what happened here at the end.
Why everyone hated him, and the real reason is that his breath smells like actual dog poop. So,
all right, there it is right there. Saying that is actually what made this video get under 100 plus % retention, right? So right here, the conclusion of the video was his breath smelled bad. He fell down. That was end of video, right there.
And the real reason is that his breath smells like actual dog poop. So,
right? This last clip saying so was completely unnecessary, right? So next time, don't add this clip at the end because the clip ended as soon as you said the real reason why is because his breath smelled bad. That's the end of the video, right? We don't want to drag it on any further. So as soon as you see that you're adding something after the conclusion of the video, you're doing something wrong. So don't add, things like this for future videos if you guys are making content like this. And if you fix that, your video is going to go more viral. But also you need a higher trust score as well. All right. Alexi, I think that's everything for reviewing your channel. I hope it was helpful, bro.
Yeah, bro. Okay, when you say, I know you're gonna talk about trust score later on, but like for my channel, would it be just to post daily for like just longer?
So what
And
I would do
the video.
if I were you, I would post 2 videos a day right now. Your channel's a little more warm. 2 videos a day. 32-second plus videos, and do not miss a day. And also, do you have your feature eligibility enabled?
Yes.
Okay, you do. All right, cool.
So.
All right. Yeah, that is what I would do if I were you. Also, you can make your residence United States as well. That'll probably help you out. And then other than that, I mean, your metrics are looking pretty good. Just improve those tiny little things we talked about, and you're going to have your videos looking way better soon.
Yeah, perfect, bro. Thank you.
All right. Catch you later, man. Thanks for coming in. How did you guys feel about that? Did you guys feel like that was helpful? Did you guys learn a lot from that channel review? I think I'm going to start doing some more of these because I think reviewing your guys' channels and then on top of that, being able to help, our students is definitely going to be able to help you guys grow a lot further, right? And we're going to go to some more channel reviews. I'm just going to take a little break real quick and kind of look at your questions before we go to the next one. And before we do go to the next one, let me see if any of our Inner Circle guys are in here. Hey, are any of our Inner Circle guys in here? Can you type in the chat? I'm going to choose who I'm going to be reviewing next. Give me some of your questions in the chat. I'll drop it. I'll try to answer it. And then we'll go back to doing some more channel review. If I'm in another country, can I make the channel from the USA? Yeah, of course you can. All you got to do is just make content targeted towards United States people. You do that and you're pretty much set. How would you approach more niche content that has a smaller audience? I would make more content for that smaller audience. Naps, I didn't have a profile picture. I have amazing stats, but I'm still at 30K view jail. How do I fix this? What do you mean by amazing stats? Can you tell me exactly what your stats are? Because I bet you you're missing something if you're stuck in 30K views. Unless your niche is just too small. How would you say is the best way to get started, bro? I'd recommend watching the bootcamp. just watch the bootcamp. I think that's going to help you guys the most. I am going to be dropping a course soon, guys, for you guys. To help you guys out with this stuff as well. Free one, by the way. Yeah, man. I mean, with all the Sora stuff as well, it's making everything easier. You said you have above 100% retention, over 32-second average view duration, above 80% swipe ratio. You need above an 81.1% swipe ratio. How long have you been uploading for in the channel? And what's the niche? can you make a video on setting up an AdSense? Honestly, you can probably just watch a tutorial for that. I'm not going to set up an AdSense because once you set up an AdSense one time, you don't need to do it again. Like, I set up my AdSense when I was like 13 years old. You know, I've been doing this for a while, so you don't need to. You can just watch a tutorial on that, really. I don't think that's necessarily going to help you guys that much if I do that. All right, let's look at your videos here and let's see. You said you're stuck in 30K view jail. I'm just curious at this point. If you have amazing stats like you say, you should not be stuck in 30K view jail. Oh, okay. It's because you're showing your face right here, bro. I'd recommend just changing where you put your face. Put this content at the bottom, put your face at the top, or just don't do faceless content at all. And you're probably like, you're capping yourself out. Because guys, when you make content, right? Actually, are you clipping people? I'm confused. Is this your content? Or are you clipping people? That's Steak. He's clipping. Okay. Well, you're going to be limited if you're clipping people's stuff, bro. He pays me to clip him. Well, he's only gonna have a certain amount of audience because only a certain amount of people care about a white Caucasian man playing Roblox. Straight up. You know, it just you're limited. You're limited by you're limited by you know, the type of person you look like. For example, a lot of people on this call, if you're not, you know, Asian or Indian, a lot of people in this call are Indian because when they see these videos, they gravitate toward me because I look like that, you know? It's just how the real world works. If you make content and you use your face, you're going to attract people who look like you, right? And that's just a part of the game. What about the future of music royalties? Yeah, I talked to DeLuna about that. He's actually waiting right now to see what the update is on it. He says he's going to give me an update. He's trying to do some back-end stuff to kind of like sneak through the algorithm somehow. But it's pretty difficult, but you know, we're waiting for a solution. Ebates, I would like to review your channel right now, bro, but we're reviewing Inner Circle channels right now. We're reviewing some Inner Circle channels at the moment. All right. Let's get Cooper in here. Cooper, you ready? All right, request to join Cooper. I'll let you in here. How good is Verlo? Dude, Verlo is amazing. I'm going to be talking about that later today. It's going to be part of the trust score section near the end of this call. It says I raised the hand. Show request. It doesn't say you raised the hand on my end. Can you, like, re-raise the hand? Wait, it says raise hand is disabled. Let me see if I can, like, invite you to speak. Oh, there we go. All right, go ahead and join up.
All right, what's up?
What's up, Cooper? Guys, everyone say hi to Cooper. He's one of our students.
What's good, y'all? I'm in a hotel right now, and I got a cold, so it's a little rough, but try my best.
WWW. Dude, and you're still grinding, right? Cooper, how long have we been working together for?
Probably maybe like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay. It's about like a week and a half, right?
Yeah, I would say more like a week and a half.
Yeah.
But
okay.
If you guys are using your eyes, you can see that big bump right there.
Yeah. So when Cooper started working with us, I guess me, he was getting anywhere from around $200 to $150, you know, dollars a day. And when I talked to him, as I said earlier, his goal was to get like 1 million views a day, right? Or 1 million views per chat or per video. And I was telling him like, okay, let's try to get you to the 2 million view per day mark. Like, I think that's pretty reasonable. And he was like, well, that's like too small. I was like, that's like the bare minimum. That's like the bare minimum we're going to be getting you to. Because we want to get you to, obviously, the best results possible. So when we started working with him, you know, I kind of looked at his bottlenecks and we started improving. And you can see now, he's getting like almost $300 or $400 days now, right? And we're in a little bit of a dip here. He missed a day. He's been a little sick. But we're going to review his channel a little bit and see what we can do to improve this further and get you to like $500 days, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first of all, what have you felt like the biggest bottlenecks has been for you so far? I mean, I know we've been working for a little bit, but what would you say?
I would say just like, honestly, like the swipe rate, like I have an editor, guys. So my editor, he's so good. And so the swipe rate on average is like really good, but I think like just maybe just like, the fact that it's like Mr. Beast, I don't really know. I can't really like put a point on like what would be the main bottleneck, but it's probably just, that it's Mr. Beast clips. So sort of limited. He doesn't do a lot of podcasts, and sometimes it's just not an interesting video and it doesn't hook people all the way. So average views per video could be probably be higher.
Yeah. So what he's saying, guys, is the biggest bottleneck he is facing right now is he's basically making sub-niche content, right? Because Mr. Beast is technically the biggest channel in the world, right? But he's making sub-niche content because there's only a certain amount of people in the world who actually care to watch clips about Mr. Beast, right? Because he's uploading clips. If you guys actually look at his channel here, by the way, his view to money ratio is insane because his RPM is incredibly high, right? He has 27 cents RPM, which is very good because his audience is most likely United States, right? But let's see where it is. Yeah, United States is 42%, right? So he's getting really good RPMs. But because he's uploading videos on Mr. Beast podcasts, right? A lot of these have to do with, him being on podcasts, certain stories that he's been in, and there's not that much people in the world who care about Mr. Beast that much. His personal life, right? Because Mr. Beast, what really is he? He is a person who does experiments, right? People don't watch Mr. Beast for Mr. Beast. They watch Mr. Beast because they want to know the experiment he's doing behind it, right? For example, like Last to Leave the Circle. They're not watching it because Jimmy's doing it. They're watching it because they want to see how long that guy's going to stay in the circle and if he wins the money. It has nothing to do with Jimmy. You could replace Jimmy and it would still, it would still get views if it was replaced with someone else, all right? Now, of course, his personality, adds to the content, but in the end of the day, when he passes his channel on, because he said he's going to pass his channel on, the channel views will go back up, His personality contributes to part of it, but he is not the sole reason why he is scaling so high right now and getting so many views, all right? Does that make sense, guys? All right, cool. All right, so the first thing I would say here is, you are limited by this, but here's the thing, right? A lot of the people who are watching these Mr. Beast videos, they're more likely people who care about being YouTubers, right? And people who care about being YouTubers are also keen towards business owners, which is why your RPM is so high, right? Because if you guys don't know how RPM is really calculated, RPM is calculated by how much money advertisers are willing to spend on your video, right? So business owners, people who actually focus and care about what is his RPM again? His RPM is 0.27. All right, so business owners have a more likely chance to spend money on something because what do they have? They have more money. They're better buyers. They like to invest in themselves, right? So because business owners have more money, RPM increases with finance content. For example, I don't know if you guys know Daniel Wang. Do you guys know Daniel Wang? He's pretty big in the YouTube space. I've talked to him before. If you guys know who Daniel Wang is, he's like this Asian dude, and he does a lot of YouTube automation, all right? And what he does, right, if you guys don't know, I'm going to kind of just leak the sauce for you guys for free. He has a lot of YouTube automation on small business accounts on tutorials, all right? Like tutorials, like, for example, how to make a Fiverr profile picture or how to post on Fiverr or something like, I don't know, how to get YouTube revenue or how to start a YouTube channel or how, you know what I mean? He does a lot of search stuff that is curated towards business, right? Because if you've seen his RPMs, he gets like $20 to $50 RPMs, right? He scaled up in the police cam niche. That's just one of his many channels that he's ran, all right? But the point of the matter is, what he's doing is he's doing small niches. But I'm going to tell you guys as well, and I'm not going to slander anyone because I don't like starting beef with people, all right? But I've talked to this guy, and I'm going to tell you guys some sauce, all right? So what this guy does is he actually uses an exploit to get higher RPMs. All right, I need you guys to actually lock in on this because this is actually kind of crazy what he does. It's, by the way, against TOS, so don't do this because you can get banned. And also, he has stopped doing this, and he kind of just shows other people's channels that he works with now. All right, but I'm gonna tell you guys, okay? What he does is he does an exploit where on a shorts or a long form video, he will go to that video and he will super chat himself. Do you guys know what a super chat is? When you basically like pay like $5 to have a bumped up comment, all right? So when he super chats himself on an alt account, what advertisers see is people who are watching this video are more likely to pay because they have money, right? So advertisers see, oh, people who are watching these videos are super chatting, so we're going to actually bump the ad spend for this video. And that's how he gets such high RPMs. Here's the thing though, it's very exploitative because YouTube, it's completely against YouTube's TOS, right? If you get caught doing it, your accounts will get terminated, right? Like done, right? Which is why he's doing more mentorship stuff than actually scaling up his own channels, because it's kind of an exploit. But yeah, that is a thing that he does, all right? And I'm not saying to do that, but there's a niche for you guys for free. I mean, there's like free sauce for you guys. I don't recommend doing it, okay? But that's what he does. Anyways, when we're trying to get higher RPMs, we should be focusing towards viewers who have money. For example, if you guys know who Alex Hormozi is, big business guy, right? He gets around 36 million views a month, and his RPM is around $10 to $20, right? He's making an absurd amount of money right now, right? $10 to $20 long form. Some of his videos can even reach up to 25. My mentor, Jordan Welch, his RPM is $45, right? Because I got mentored by him last year, right? And I was able to see his channel and everything. His RPM is $45 long form content, right? So RPMs is a crazy way to make money, right? Jordan Welch is your mentor? Yeah, Jordan Welch mentored me. But was it for YouTube or dropshipping? It was for implementing systems and scaling up a software company. And also just scaling systems in general, hiring people, working as a team. Like at that point, I was getting like 400 million views a month. He kind of taught me how to build up systems in place. And now I have so many channels that I'm running. It's kind of just easy to scale everything up because of the systems he taught me. And that's kind of what I've learned. I basically took my trust score, which was already getting me like 400 mil a month, and then I implemented it into systems, which is how I'm running 36 channels. We're almost at 2 billion views a month right now, guys. But anyways, business viewers, people who have money, it's going to increase your RPMs, which is why Cooper here is making a lot of money, considering the amount of views he's getting. All right. Now, what would we actually do to improve his content, right? So there's trade-offs. If he focuses on broader niches, he's going to decrease his RPM, but he's going to make more views and potentially more money. Or he can focus on dialing his content right now, and he can focus on just making this a cash flow account and then focusing on other channels. Now, I'm going to be honest, Cooper. I really want to get you to $500 a day on this channel by just dialing in your Mr. Beast content and focusing on really just trying to make it a little more broad. Because if we go too broad, your RPM is going to decrease, right? And we don't want your RPM to decrease because at the end of the day, this is automated, right? You're basically not doing anything other than managing your editors for this channel. Yeah. So if you're doing that and it's a complete cash flow, then let's keep cash flowing this channel and then take the money and implement it in other channels. But there is some things we could optimize. For example, I mean, I know you missed a day because you were sick, but like these 4, 5, 6 days that you missed, well, actually 7, 6, 7 days that he missed, that is going to hurt your channel big time. All right? Because your trust score decreases every single time you miss a video, right? And when your trust score decreases, YouTube is less likely to push out your next couple of videos. So, like, missing a day is unacceptable. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just being real.
You're good, bro.
If we're missing a day, then we're going to lose our trust score, and then we're going to end up just not making as much money. So if you guys are missing a day, you're royally screwing yourself. Don't miss a day, all right? All right, does that kind of
Can I say something about that real quick?
Yeah, tell me.
So I think with the reason why it's so important to upload daily is because YouTube kind of has it kind of knows what channels you like to watch.
Yeah.
And so when you're on your daily and you're watching content, it'll just recommend you videos from channels. So if you don't upload for a day, you're going to miss out on that casual viewer rating, going up basically. You're going to miss out on some viewers, and that's going to lose you income, and you're going to have less people who are in your circle of people who watch your videos or your channel more often. And so that's going to hurt your views.
Exactly. What he's talking about, guys, is this metric right here. This is the casual viewer rating, right? I call this a CV rating for short. You guys will notice I always abbreviate everything because there's a lot of metrics in YouTube. But this is called a CV rating for casual viewers. Now, when you miss a day, it indicates to YouTube that your trust score is going down, and they will stop pushing your video out to as much casual viewers. All right? So he's getting a 50% CV rating, right? Which is incredible, right? And that also means he's getting 9.2 million views, per month, pretty much guaranteed as long as he keeps missing it. He doesn't miss a day. But if he does miss a day, he will have a little decrease. Like, for example, if you guys look at the days that he missed, right? you can kind of see, like, for example, here, it's kind of hard to tell because it's pretty flat.
It kind of like
Um,
plateaus. It kind of looks like it plateaus.
yeah, but you can kind of see, like, here, we went from like um, we went from like 7,700,000 to like 7,500,000, right? And that doesn't seem like a lot, guys. That's a 200,000 view of audience monthly audience difference. All right, that's a 200,000 difference in people, like 200,000 real people who YouTube will not push your content anymore because you missed your trust score. Okay, so don't miss a day. If you miss a day, you are more likely to screw yourself over. For example, I mean, like, you see he missed a day here, and he was peaking up. If you didn't miss a day, you probably would have still keep going up right now. But because you missed this, we're back down to almost like at our previous peak. And remember, when we're making content, guys, like this, we want to continuously go for. Oh, actually, well, let me not put the CV here. We want this to be like this. But when we're uploading content for our view, sorry, let me do this again. For our view to day ratio, we want it to look like this, okay? With our previous high and our previous low being our next previous high and our next previous high, or previous low. So we want lower highs, higher lows and higher highs, all right? We want higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We want to consistently keep doing this over and over again, all right? And when we do it this way, it's just going to consistently just build up your casual viewer rating over time. And, you know, like, even he's at 50% right now, guys, that's okay because he keeps uploading. Remember, it's not like his casual viewers are going to keep going up. His new viewers are going to keep going up as well, right? Because both of these metrics are increasing the more views he gets. So, like, if he gets a viral video, his casual viewer may go to 60%, and his new viewers will go to 60%. His casual viewers may decrease to like 35%, right? Because when you are focusing on scaling up your content and getting more views, you're going to be getting new viewers more frequently, right? Especially in the beginning when you're really trying to scale, you want to be focusing on new viewers first. Okay? Yeah, no, I always mess up when I'm saying higher highs and lower highs. It's like a word jumble. Cooper, do you have any questions from that?
No. I also want to say is like, guys, I'm sick right now, but like all it is downloading a video and uploading it. I don't want my excuse to be somebody else's excuse. Like, I could have uploaded that day. That's my fault. I should have done that. Like, there's days I've missed here and there that I shouldn't have missed. Like, my excuse should not be your excuse. Like, guys, you should be uploading every day. Like, I'm working on bettering myself. Like, obviously, bro, I should have just uploaded, but yeah, I don't really have much questions. Like, you know, we're just basically Devin's been helping me scale and everything like that. And I'll tell you guys, like, he was talking, I've seen some of his videos and he's like, oh, like, increase the video length. And I was kind of like, well, you know, I think it'd be helpful. Guys, I've hit my all-time peak. Look at the last 7 days. Go to the last 7 days. Like, look, guys, I've never made this much money in my entire life in a week. And
that was from starting with the mentorship, right?
Exactly. Like, from him just basically telling me, like, systems to put in place, talking to my editors, like, everything like that. Like, he's helped me basically scale. And, you know, we're on a lower end right now, but, like, I've never made $400 in a day. Because you guys see $383 there, but I also made $20 on another channel. That was my first $400 revenue day, which is insane.
Dude,
so,
guys, can we get some W's in the chat for Cooper, please? This is insane, by the way. I mean, guys, he's saying $400 a day. And Cooper, how old are you, by the way?
17 right now. 17.
He's 17, guys, and he's making $400 a day right now. He's in high school. Like, dude, that's
by the
insane.
Way, I would say for, like, I want to give some advice to the chat, you know what I'm saying? But, like, guys, if you go to the last 90 days, right, I hired editors, and I was able to find some guys that are super valuable, and, see? As soon as I hired the editors, the revenue just increased, right? Because I really wasn't uploading on this channel. I hired some editors, and now my work is, like, 10 minutes a day, probably max, because basically all I have to do is just look at the videos and, like, I know my niche, so I know what looks good and what doesn't. So I just make sure that, hey, the videos look good, download them, upload them. That's my work for the day, and I'm printing. So my advice to anybody out there who's at a good level, I wouldn't say if you're at a small level, if you're at like a medium level and you're like able to get some good views, I would say find an editor, teach them, and start printing. So
yeah, but you guys, you can't teach your editor until you know what you're doing, which is why you need to know what you're doing first. Which is the point of, like, everything I'm doing right now, to teach you guys so you guys can teach your editors and then eventually scale. Because this is your now you're on a second channel, right, Cooper? Right?
Yeah, I'm moving
yeah.
on to a Roblox channel.
Yeah. So we're like around guys around 2 weeks in the mentorship, and we're getting him on a second channel, and we're gonna scale that one up. We're gonna get him on a third channel. We're just gonna keep on going, guys. Last thing I will say before I let Cooper go is Cooper's just been really fun to work with, guys. When before we got into it, he was super skeptical. We went back and forth for a little bit before we did it. And Cooper, I just want to say thank you for joining the mentorship, bro. Because when I see results like this, bro, and I'm seeing that like the work I'm doing, you know, and helping you guys is actually making you money, like that makes me so happy, bro. So you know, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, definitely. Can I say some more stuff, or do you want to move on? Okay, so like, guys, I was very skeptical about the mentorship, right? I was talking to my brother, I was talking to my family, and like my mom was like chill with it, but like my dad and my brother were like, he's just like a grifter. Like, why would he sell it for 5K? Or why would he sell the course for that much? Like, why would he be giving out the sauce, right? And I was like, I don't know, but in my heart, it just felt right. Like I felt at peace when I went with it, and I'm happy to know that I made the right decision. I see some people in the chat also, by the way, the reason I'm also talking, they're asking me how much I pay my editor. So I find my editors particularly through Discord. If you search up like a video editing Discord server, you can find like a great place to like basically post what kind of stuff you need. Why won't the editor copy your stuff on the channel? Because they got to get it monetized. It's also, they want a guaranteed income, right? So they can keep on making videos, but if they don't get views, they don't make money. Whereas when they work with you, they get guaranteed money. So that's why they would work with you. And then I pay my editor $15 base, and then they get an extra bonus of $15 per million views. So let's say the video gets 5 million views, 15 times 5. Like basically that's it. So
and guys, also another thing as well is these editors, they're not just working with you. Some editors are working with other people as well. And like, you know, Cooper said guaranteed cash flow. Always have this question of like, why would an editor like work with you if they can just get the views themselves? It's more that they're learning from you as well, right? Because if you are an expert in the field and you're teaching your editors, you're making them better at content, and eventually they will probably move on and do their own stuff, right? A lot of editors I work with, we teach them how to, you know, make good content for us. They make it for us for like a couple months, and then we move on. And it's a constant cycle, right? It's a constant cycle, unless like your editor is just like really loyal to you. But it's really hard to find in this industry, right? Unless you pay them like a really good salary, right? But yeah, most editors are from third world countries. There are some countries that don't have AdSense. For example, one of my editors are from Ethiopia. He's one of my best editors, right? He had this channel. He got banned from AdSense, and he said he wanted a way to make money. So I gave him 50% rev share in my one of my channels, right? And he gets paid, you know, pretty hefty. I'm not gonna show you guys the channel, but he's making like in the 4 figures every month, and he's from Ethiopia, so that's really good money there. And a lot of editors will do the same for you. Yeah, man. But Cooper, I appreciate you, bro. I'm probably gonna do a little more talking, and then I think we're gonna end this call soon in like 10 minutes. And then SQZ, I know you're waiting in here for me to show your channel. I'm just gonna do a private call with you after this because we're getting kind of late on this.
All right, bro. My bad. I'll hop off the stage.
No,
well,
not
you.
you. I'm not saying to you. It was SQZ. It was,
no. I'm just saying. Yeah.
All right. I love you, Cooper. Catch you later, bro.
Love you, bro. See you.
W's, guys. Dude, that guy is sick. Guys, only 2 weeks in the mentorship too. I mean, like, you guys can see here. I mean, I know we already said it, but like, you know, it only took really a week to really kind of scale this up. And I know you guys kind of heard him talking about you know, increase the length of the video. Basically, what he was talking about is before he was uploading like kind of lower linked videos. And when I told him basically, hey, upload a longer linked video, just like start uploading longer videos, and then his revenue increased. You know, it's like it's super like, take notes on this stuff, guys. It's super basic things that can increase your revenue by a drastic amount. But all right, I think that's enough student interviews for today. Rest of today is going to be talking about trust score, and then I have some more content I need to make. W Cooper in the chat. What about a 10-second video getting million views each video? Your RPM is going to be a lot lower, bro. So you know, you could be getting millions of views, but you're not going to get billions of views. And like, if you want to make the most amount of money possible, you need to be optimizing for everything. All right. All right. Last thing we're going to talk about is trust score, guys, and then I do have some more work I got to do. But all right, let's talk about trust score. Let me go over here. Trust score. I low-key actually want to start a new Miro board because... Actually, let me see if I can just zoom in here. Can I do it here? Ah, yeah. Let me make the thickness a little more. Okay. All right, cool. All right. You guys can see my screen, right? All right, yeah. So, when we're trying to increase our trust score, I know a lot of you guys have been asking, like, what is trust score? How do you increase it? What are you talking about, Devin? I've never heard anyone say that before. So, what a trust score is, all right? A trust score, it's a lot of metrics that you combined as a checklist to see, have you done everything correctly, right? It's a huge checklist. And I know I've told you guys a lot of times, I've been making like a course on this because it'll really take like probably 4 or 5 hours to explain everything in the trust score because there is a lot, all right? But I'm going to go over the things that you probably need to know as the most important parts of the equation so you guys can start implementing it now. So yeah, let's just 4. Guys, I said 4 or 5 hours. I did not even say 6 or 7 hours. You guys are gaslighting me. I didn't even say 6, 7 hours, bro. What do you... All right. I was about to say 6, 7 hours, and then I caught myself. I was like, yeah, I'll say 4 or 5 instead. And then you guys did it anyway, bro. All right. All right. So I'm going to put down a lot of abbreviations, and I'm going to explain each abbreviation like it's a math equation. All right. So my trust score equation, everyone take notes. Focus on this part. It is SW plus AVD over LOV plus AG plus, this stands for age Gmail, plus CV plus, wait, what was the other metric? Oh, okay, yeah. UT. This is what I use for my trust score every single time I'm doing this, all right? So what this is swipe ratio plus average view duration over LOV plus age Gmail plus casual viewer rating plus upload time is going to give you an average of what you need to do, all right? This is part of the equation, all right? This is not everything, all right? This is the main parts of the equation that I use to actually optimize my channels. And as you can see, for a lot of my students I'm working with and a lot of the personal channels that I've run, I show you guys on my YouTube channels, we're pulling a lot of views. Someone pin Ian's chat. Here, I'll pin it. This is so important, okay? And this is only part of the trust score equation, all right? It's not everything, but I want to explain this part now, okay? So I want to define each and every one of these. What is AG? What defines an age Gmail? I'll get into that, all right? Don't worry. So when we are focusing on all these metrics, SW stands for swipe ratio. Do you have a swipe ratio above 81.1%? Do you have an average view duration and LOV? Guys, remember earlier in this chat, what is AVD divided by LOV? What is this? Do you guys remember what this metric stands for? What is this? Average view duration divided by length of video is what? I hope someone remembers. Audience retention. Thank you. R. That's our R factor, right? So if you guys were actually old school at YouTube, YouTube actually used to give you the retention of the videos, but they took it out because they wanted people to calculate it themselves, right? So our R factor, retention should be what? Above 100%. Our age Gmail, right? Now, I'm going to get into this a little more later, but you should have an age Gmail. Your casual viewer rating should be increasing, right? So you should have a positive casual viewer rating. And also, depending on where your channel is at, is also going to be dependent on what your casual viewer rating can be. For example, for one of our channels, we're pulling close to 500 million views a month right now, all right? And our casual viewer rating for that channel is around 65%, all right? And it's consistently increasing because once you start reaching basically the entire world, it's kind of hard to, kind of decrease your casual view rating because you're getting so many views, right? Yeah, I know. Here it comes, bro. I know. So if you have a channel in the length of 0 to 10,000 subs, and you are getting around 0 to 10 million views per month, your casual view rating should basically be below 1%, right? It should be below 1%. And like the reason why is because if it is not this metric, it means that your niche is too small or you're not reaching the correct audience, which means your trust score is not increased. Remember, this all comes together. It's a big web of information that comes together to tell you exactly what you need to do to fix your video, right? So if you're 0 to 10 million views or 0 to 10K subs and your casual view rating is below 1%, it means that you're not reaching the correct audience, right? If it's above 1%, sorry, it means you're reaching the correct audience. If it's above 1%, that means that you're not reaching the correct audience, or you are reaching the correct audience and you're only reaching that audience instead of reaching new people in that niche. All right. I hope that kind of makes sense. The new cam is clean. Thank you, bro. All right. I'm gonna go over the CV tiers in detail because it goes from 0 to 10K, 10K to 100K, 100K to 500K, 500 to a million to 2 million, and then so on and so on. Like one of my students, Rit, he is currently right now at around like a 90% audience per view right now. Like his casual view rating is like 95%, right? And he's making like $14,000 a month. And the reason why is because he has 5 million subs, right? So when you have so many subs, your casual view rating is going to just boom, skyrocket because you're just reaching the same people every single time. All right. React to this. I'll look at it in a second, okay? Upload time. So upload time is 2 factors. The first factor is how many times you uploading per day. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 5 time. The max you should upload is 5 times per day. All right. The more times you upload, the better chance you will actually get to increase the amount of views you're getting. Right? Because 1, it increases your reps. 2, it increases how much money you can make. 3, it actually makes you more skilled. And 4, you just have more chances to go viral. All right. And if we're implementing all the rest of our trust score, it's not going to be a chance. It's basically a guarantee. So this is how many times. How many times. This is also what time. And this is also when. Oh, wait, it was what time, when. It's the same thing. Yeah, how many times and when are you uploading, right? And also uploading every day. Okay. This is the basic part of my trust score. All right, I'm actually going to drag this and put this somewhere else. See if I can, like, select all of this. Can I? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just move this over here. And then I'll put this. Wait, I'll put this. Can I select this? What is going on, bro? All right, whatever. All right. Rust score. I lost the T somewhere. Trust score. There we go. This is the basic part of the trust score, okay? There's more metrics that I can go over because there's over 30 metrics on YouTube, right? Like, for example, I could go over further, you know, the times you're uploading. Like, for example, let's look at this video as an example, right? Our reach, the audience that we're actually reaching here, what our proportions of our demographic is, the actual device that we're watching on. These are also all a part of the trust score as well. Like our watch time here, the age of our audience is really important. That's why the course is going to be kind of long, right? Because there's so much metrics to go over. I guess another bigger metric that I would include for you guys, might as well, is this right here, right? So if you guys look at this right here, the channels that your audience watches, if the channels that your audience watches are some random Indian channels that have no correlation with your videos, it most likely means that you are not reaching the correct audience or your audience is just cooked, all right? If you actually look at your channels your audience watches, and it's like a lot of random niches that isn't related to your niche, you are cooked. Because that means that YouTube is saying, I have no idea what you are. Please make content so we can figure out who to push it to. You know, that's kind of, you know, and that's why we'll talk about the trust score in detail in the course later. All right. But anyways, is this helpful for you guys? Does this kind of make sense? I know this is only a little bit of the trust score, but I mean, like, how do you guys feel about this? Because this is kind of like my life's work. Age Gmail. All right, I'll talk about the age Gmail. So when you have an age Gmail, what this means is it means you've used it over a long period of time. There's not a specific time about how old it should be, but everyone here has a Gmail they've used that is old. So what I recommend if you are a person who has a Gmail is find the oldest Gmail that you have and just use that channel or use that account for your YouTube channels moving forward, all right? Because there's no way to get a older Gmail. You can't go buy someone's Gmail. I don't recommend that. And you can't just magically go back in time and create a older Gmail. So if you need an aged Gmail, the best thing you can do is look at the oldest Gmail that you personally have and just use that, right? Because that's what I recommend if I were you. Right? So use the oldest Gmail that you have. Do you need an old Gmail do you need an old channel on a do you need an old channel on an old aged Gmail? As long as the okay, look. There's two different things we're talking about here, right? There's aged channels, like the actual like here, look. Let me show you guys this one. Let me show what I mean. I think I'm confusing you guys a little bit, all right? Sorry. Look at this. So if you guys actually go to your channel, you click on more, you're going to see how old this channel is. You can see it's from 2021, so it's like 4 years old, right? This is the YouTube aged channel. Aged channel. Right? This is different from an aged Gmail. You can have a channel that you create this now in this second and upload in like tomorrow, and you can have a viral video, or you can start scaling up. You do not need an aged Gmail, despite what all of these gurus have told you. Do you need an old Gmail? Do you need an old channel on a? Do you need an old channel on an old aged Gmail? As long as the okay, look. There's two different things we're talking about here, right? There's aged channels, like the actual like here, look. Let me show you guys this one. Let me show what I mean. I think I'm confusing you guys a little bit, all right? Sorry. Look at this. So if you guys actually go to your channel, you click on more, you're going to see how old this channel is. You can see it's from 2021, so it's like 4 years old, right? This is the YouTube aged channel. Aged channel. Right? This is different from an aged Gmail. You can have a channel that you create this now in this second and upload in like tomorrow, and you can have a viral video, or you can start scaling up. You do not need an aged Gmail, despite what all of these gurus have told you. An aged Gmail, or sorry, an aged YouTube channel is not necessary. Okay, an aged YouTube channel is not necessary. I'm messing up my words here, guys. I'm sorry. You do not need an aged channel. You do need an aged Gmail. That is basically saying, hey, I created this Gmail when I got a phone number and I created this Gmail. So use an aged Gmail. You do not need an aged channel. You do need an aged Gmail. Does that make sense? I'm sorry if that was confusing. Comprehendo? See? See? All right, cool. It makes sense-ish? Okay, I'm going to go over it one more time because I probably didn't explain it clearly, okay? I'm sorry, guys. All right. There are two different types of things, okay? When you have a Gmail, all right, I'm going to go through the basics. When you have a Gmail, all right, you guys know that you can make YouTube channels on this Gmail, all right? Right? You can make YouTube channels on this Gmail. When you create a Gmail, let's say you created a Gmail 10 years ago, all right? This Gmail is 10 years old. So just try to find the oldest Gmail that you have. If it's, you know, if the oldest Gmail you have is 6 months old, then use that Gmail, okay? But a YouTube channel does not have to be aged, because you can make a channel today on the same Gmail and you'll be able to still go viral on that. So an aged channel is not necessary. An aged Gmail is necessary, right? I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes more sense. All right, guys. That aged Gmail is better than it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes, Yuji. Your competition gets millions of views every short, and the streamer I clip is very famous. Should I change the niche or stay consistent? Stay consistent. How much time have you been uploading for, man? Around 1 month? You should have been. I mean, can you send me a screenshot of what your views is looking like so I can see if it's going up? Should I use hashtag for shorts? No. Hashtags, I don't recommend. Devin, bro, at this point, should I just start uploading those 999 voiceless things on my main channel for a week? Yes, Naps. That's what I've been telling you to do, bro. That's what I've been trying to tell you to do, bro. Yes, please. You said on a new channel? Well, yeah, but like you told me that you didn't want to. You told me that you didn't want to do the. You wanted to keep your channel as like your voice, you know. I mean, if I were you, right? That's what I would do. But if you want to start a new channel, that's fine too, because you're in the Roblox niche, so it's really easy to change. You know what I mean? And Fanris, I'm not reviewing any other channels right now. I already reviewed 2 of our inner circle channels today, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. You have some type of LLC, kind of legal business thing? Yeah, I have an LLC. Yeah, I have an LLC. Of course I have an LLC, bro. I'm not paying $110,000 a month in taxes. Crazy. I'm not gonna pay that much money in taxes. Because then when I pay that money to my editors, I have to still pay all the taxes and all that money, which is why I don't actually need to focus on paying those taxes if it's only like the income that I'm spending. Do you know what I mean? Because if you guys are scaling up, definitely get an LLC, bro. Bro doesn't pay taxes. No, I don't pay the taxes that I'm spending money on. Because if you have an LLC, you can use a tax write-off, and it doesn't count towards. Because guys, I have a lot of employees. All right, $110,000 a month in revenue is not how much profit I'm making every month. You know, because I give my managers 50% rev share. We have to pay editors. I have other businesses that I'm running. You know, so like it's not $110,000 in pure profit that I'm making across all these channels. The fact of the matter is, with these channels that I'm running, I have a lot of employees. When I pay my employee, it's a tax write-off, so I don't need to pay taxes on that employee's paycheck. Does that make sense, guys? Oh, Tony, thank you for talking about Verlo. Hey, how many of you guys are struggling to find a niche? Are you guys struggling to find niches? How many of you guys are actually struggling to find a good niche right now, like a winning niche? I see a lot of yeses and I see a lot of nos. All right. For the people who said yeses, let me introduce you guys to a tool that I've been using more recently. So this is Verlo AI, right? What this is it basically finds outliers that is like to date, like an outlier that is like doing really well on TikTok, right? You can use YouTube too. I recommend using TikTok. So if you actually sort by platforms here, you can sort by TikTok, and you can kind of see what's going viral right now. So you guys can see here that there's a lot of like NASCAR stuff. There's a lot of soccer stuff. So like looks like Barcelona played today, right? So like if I were you guys, I would go here. Oh, look, this is one of the people we were looking at earlier, right? So what you guys can do is you can actually go to Verlo and you can find good niches that is not popped off on YouTube yet. All right. So find niches on TikTok and then go to YouTube after, right? Because remember, these are outliers. Like these are 200, 5,000x outliers. Like for example, like look at this. Like this is a 669x outlier, 1,203x outlier. This is a 4,000x outlier. This indicates that it's trending. So hop onto it, go upload on a new channel and start just uploading content around this like particular niche. Right? Like soccer is killing it right now on TikTok. So like go here and you can kind of see different niches. Also on Verlo as well, what you can do is if you go to dashboard, you can like click on like for example brain rot, right? And you can see like content that's performing really well right now, right? Like AI stuff, there's some commentary, some Roblox stuff, and I use this pretty heavily to find my niches because a lot of people what they do is they go doom scrolling on like on their TikTok feed or they just try to find a niche by luck. Right? We don't want to rely on luck to find a niche. Because, you know, once you get to that level where I'm at, where you're starting new channels, you don't want to just go hunting for new niches. You want to just have it ready, right? And Verlo, I basically just go on here in a day. I'm like, okay, what's popping right now? I see a lot of skits. I see Clash Royale is doing okay. Some AI stuff. And then I see this, like, this Roblox account here. And, like, this is a 387,000x outlier. And it's still a brain rot, right? So, like, if I were you guys, I would click on this video, right? I would watch it.
Old brain rot. It costs $350 billion and does 275 million %.
So the reason why this is doing well is because it's a new OG. I guess it's a new brain rot from Steal a Brain Rot, right? So what I would do is I would go here and I would start making content. Boom, right on my Roblox niches about this, right? Because I'm not managing all that stuff, and my managers aren't doing that. It's my job. So I go on Verlo, I look at what's popping, and then I send them over to my managers, and I just like, hey, we're making content about this today, and then they do it. So like. Dude, it's a crazy tool, man. It's a crazy tool. If you guys want to use it, man, go and look at the winning niches tab in the here. Look, go to the winning niches tab in the Discord server. I have like a discount code for you guys if you want to use it. It's great. Yeah, but that's why I was gonna talk about Verlo, Tony. Thanks for reminding me, man, because I know I was gonna talk about that earlier. All right, guys. I think that's everything for today, man. We're actually already 10 minutes over of what we need. we were gonna do this for 30 minutes. We ended up doing it for 1 hour and 10. You're welcome, guys. I hope this was helpful, guys. But this is going to be going on YouTube, so I hope it was helpful for you guys. I'm going to end this call now. I got a lot of content to make. Yo, this was a great call, man. I love to see you guys in here. And yeah, man, if you guys want to work with me, go ahead. You guys can go ahead and check out the mentorship in the hashtag mentorship section where I work with other students, and then we can maybe get you in one of these calls and help you scale up pretty quickly. I got some content I got to make, man. I got to make this course content for you guys, and I got a lot of channels I'm running right now. All right. I'll catch you guys later. I love you guys. Can we get some W's in the chat and hi YouTube? Can we get some hi YouTubes? Say hi to YouTube, guys. We're going to be putting this in YouTube. W's, W's, W's. All right. All right. Catch you guys later. I love you guys.